This is it.
This is it? The Michael Jackson story?
Yeah, of course.
Welcome to Duncify Podcast.
Dunciversary.
It's not the Dunciversary.
It's the Dunciversary.
We started the podcast in March, and it's still March.
It's been 4 weeks.
It's not...
That's a month.
No, it's not. Mm-hmm. That's a really weird way for months to work.
That's how my months
That's like some Gregorian calendar shit.
Dude, that's how I live my life every day.
By the Gregorian calendar?
7 days a week. 320 days a year.
If you say so. If you say so. Anyway, it's Tuesday, March 25th. I'm Nick.
I'm sure they're aware of that. Do the hand motions and shit. I'm Tyler. Okay. I said it like twice already.
When did you say it?
You said the thing. We'll hear it. We'll hear it later. I can't bullshit. I can't bullshit.
I can just edit that out and be like, no, you didn't.
Yeah, that's complete. That's fucked up.
I'm the man with the laptop. I have the power.
I can't bullshit on this because it's fucking being recorded. So it's like we're having an argument about something. As I found this out in episode 2.
Yeah.
Because like we were arguing about something like, no, it's it. And then I look back, I'm like, I said that. Shit.
So what you're saying is we should record all our conversations so we always have a record to look back to?
Yes.
It's like, well, according to this conversation, April 3rd, 2011, you did not care for the Avengers.
What did you care, or what did... Never mind. I can't think of what that show is called. It's like The Mentalist.
I don't know.
The Mental Fist.
So, this past week,
yeah.
What have you been up to?
Nothing.
No,
let's see here. I got a new transmog set in World of Warcraft.
Jesus.
So that's always cool, right?
How many hours of your life did that take you?
About 7.
I guess it's not too bad.
No, that's pretty bad.
Okay.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
See, kind of the purpose of these things is, for people who got shit going on, right? So they're like,
I wonder what people who don't do anything are like.
Well, now you know.
You have a resource. You have a resource.
Then you listen to this and you're like, I don't want to be like that.
Thank God I have something to do. Fuck? I don't want to be these people.
No, look what are they doing with their lives?
No, I'm trying to think. Very timely. I started Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
There you go. Yeah.
I played 1. I played 2, I played Revelations, I played 3, and I got Brotherhood for Christmas, and I'm just finally getting around to it now. It's okay. Like, I don't know, I feel like by this point in the series, you either like the games or don't. I don't think, you don't like them?
I don't care.
You don't care for them?
I like 2, and that was it.
Yeah, 3 wasn't very good.
Should have been called Electric Boogaloo.
Assassin's Creed 2, Electric Boogaloo? Yeah. I like it. I've heard good things about 4. I might pick it up after I finish this, I don't know.
He's a pirate.
You're a pirate, yeah.
He's a pirate.
And then they've announced Assassin's Creed Unity.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's the one that takes place during the French Revolution.
Fable 3 already did it.
Fable 3 already did it?
Fable 3.
Well, I mean, this is a real-life revolution, so...
Yeah, but that was a revolution simulator.
A Fable 3 revolution simulator?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it should be titled, not like whatever the fuck they had. Just like Team Fortress 2 Hat Simulator.
Team Fortress 2 Hat Simulator. Yeah, that works. That works. I'm trying to think what else I did.
Would you like to wear a hat?
Well, I might as well try it.
Select your body build, and this is how it would look on you.
Here's
a flamethrower.
I also watched the F1 race.
Formula 1 racing.
Formula 1 racing.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot about it.
Danica Patrick's not in that one.
That's NASCAR.
Then I don't care.
Okay.
Because I did not care about NASCAR.
Until Danica Patrick? Okay.
That's sexist. No. That's the opposite of sexist.
Racist. No.
Racist. That's what the opposite.
Racism. The opposite of sexism. No, there's other podcasts I listen to about F1.
Yeah.
Like, it was a spin-off it's a Giant Bomb does it.
So what you're saying is that you're stealing ideas from other people.
No, like, they just were talking about it. I'm like, you know what? I've never watched F1. I'll give it a try.
Yeah. Why are you calling it F1, though?
That's what it's called.
You hit F1? Oh, this is a Mac.
The F1 key. Well, no, I do have an F1 key.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. It's also the lower brightness key.
Well, that's not a good idea.
Yeah. But, it was pretty interesting. I've never been able to get into NASCAR. I mean, growing up in rural Ohio, a lot of people seem to be really into it, but
Not me.
the thing, I guess, the biggest appeal for F1 is, like, the cars are really fast.
Yeah.
Like, stupid fast.
Well, don't they, like, actually have, like, a racetrack?
Yeah, they do right turns as well. There's left and right turns.
Yeah, so it's not just, that's actually racing. Like, oh, they're actually doing something.
Right, yeah, I think that's a good appeal for it, too.
Instead of just going around in a circle for
Right.
4 hours.
So the first race of the season was in Melbourne, Australia, and that's a pretty simple track.
Mm-hmm.
But then later in the season, like, there's seasons they do, I think it's like 20-some races, I don't know the specifics, but there's one in Monaco, and that's like a street race. Like, they just cordon off, like, an area, and it's like you're racing on roads.
Like Gran Turismo?
Kinda, I guess. I don't know.
Turismo.
But, yeah, it was pretty interesting, so,
Oh, yeah. Meryl.
Played some Peggle as well.
Ah, fuck Peggle.
I don't know.
Getting about sick of Peggle. Peggle 2.
Peggle 2 doesn't look as good to me.
Peggle 3.
It doesn't exist
It's
yet.
going to be an RPG.
Peggle 3 RPG.
Sandbox.
Sandbox RPG?
Yeah, exactly.
A Sandbox RPG?
New Avengers, not New Avengers. Well, I'm fucking stoked about, though. A new Captain America movie coming out.
Oh, yeah.
The Winter Soldier.
The Winter Soldier.
The Winter.
I've never seen the first Captain America movie.
No.
Is that good?
No.
No?
It's not.
Like, the Marvel movies I've seen, this is going to be really weird. I've seen Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
I've seen the Avengers. I saw Thor.
Right. I just think, like, here's the layout, though. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that was gross.
That's attractive.
Yeah. Well, I'm not, so.
It's fair.
The ones that, like, lead up into Avengers are Captain America, Thor, Iron Man 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 4 movies. And then
the Hulk?
The Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. Not, like,
right.
The first one.
Not the Edward Norton
guy.
one. Or is it the Edward Norton one?
It's the Edward Norton one.
Okay.
But they don't have Edward Norton.
Who's the other
It's
guy?
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark the Rough Buffalo.
Mark the Rough Buffalo.
Mark the Ruffles Potato Chips Buffalo.
Okay.
And there's like 5 fucking movies that you gotta watch to get the Avengers.
Well, you see, I felt like I got the Avengers only seeing
but there's so
one
many
of those movies.
There's a lot of fucking references in them back to the other movies that it's like, like they'll explain it. It's stupid. They explain the reference to you, and then it's like.
So like they're like, hey, we're gonna make all these movies leading up to this, but we're gonna explain all the references anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to get you to waste money. But now they come out with another Captain America movie. Mm-hmm. They came out with Thor 2, Captain America 2. I think there's going to be another Iron Man movie.
Iron Man 4?
And then another Incredible Hulk movie.
Okay.
To revamp the Hulk series with Mark Ruffalo.
Okay.
Even though, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me, Edward Norton is the one that they reference in the Avengers.
Yeah. Don't
get it.
I don't know.
But
isn't there this other Marvel movie coming out? Guardians of the Galaxy?
I don't fucking know, man. There's a lot of shit.
It just seems like they're just pumping out movie after movie. I mean, they're going to make a dumb amount of money from it.
Yeah.
So they might as well.
I mean, and I can't even be like, oh, it doesn't hold up to fucking bullshit. Because there's so many different universes in Marvel, or there's so many different storylines that different people wrote, that it's hard to keep up on what actually is canon and what's not. I mean, you could take shit from like 8 different series, and it'd be canon, technically, but...
the 2 questions. When they
Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
His wife said
he's in the news, apparently, for something. I don't know.
Being a fucking piece of shit.
Stealing Mariah Carey away from me.
That son of a bitch.
Anyway, the 2 things I want to know, whenever I hear, like, new Marvel movie, 2 questions. MODOK in it? Is 3D Man in it?
MODOK.
I'm waiting for my goddamn MODOK movie.
Apparently Ant-Man's supposed to be in the new Avengers.
Ant-Man's okay.
But was going to be played by Philip Seymour Hoffman. So
really?
No, just kidding.
I was like, damn, that'd be a weird
That was a bad joke.
Yeah, too soon.
Yeah, it is too soon.
But, yeah. Where's the damn MODOK movie? MODOK's a great character.
Fucking MODOK. They put him in Marvel vs. Capcom, but they didn't have the decency to put him in a movie.
CGI's at a point where you could make a pretty convincing MODOK.
I think you could, yeah.
Hulk looked fine.
For Christ's sakes, they did a whole movie about fucking purple monkey people. Avatar.
I thought they were blue.
Whatever.
Are you colorblind?
Yes. No.
I
have face blindness.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Face blindness.
I have face and color blindness, so I can't. It's impossible for me to be racist.
Okay, so that 4th season of Arrested Development, I watched it twice in one day. Have never gone back to it.
No.
Had no need to. I woke up. We were gonna watch it.
Right.
I couldn't wait. So I watched the whole thing.
And then you watched it again later.
And then you called me. It's like, well, dude, weren't we going to watch that? I'm like, I'm down.
I'm down to watch it. I'm down to clown to watch that again.
I stayed awake for like 20 hours and watched the entire season twice.
There you go.
And I'm just like, I don't need to watch it again.
No. But, yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
It's not like the original, though.
It's not, yeah.
That's the thing. Like, when you do a fan service like that, like, I don't know. It kind of takes away from the magic of it. Because it's like, here's all these... Like, I still think it was great.
It was good, yeah.
But compared to season 2...
Oh, compared to season 2.
Season 2 was the best.
Yeah. Did season 2 have the one where Job did the magic trick with the coffin disappearing and Buster learned that George Senior was dead? Oh, man, that was so good.
Season 2 was the best.
And they kept having all the pop in the attic jokes.
Oh, shit.
Those were all great.
Reposition my ass here. I should really, like, bring over a folding chair or something.
I mean, I have other chairs.
Yeah, we'll figure it out next week. Figure it out next week.
That's fair. Well, like, hopefully I can find a point where... Or I can find some sort of setup where I can have my mic at a different place to reposition it.
I mean, if you had it, like, sticking straight out like that, that'd be perfect.
Like, yeah, mic here, yeah. I had a mic. I don't know what happened.
Now is not the time to worry about.
Well, okay, Mr. Topic Pants. What
Topic Pants McGee. Thank you
very
got? Much. What I got? Plane.
What about that plane?
I'm joking about that before. We're running out of shit to talk about. This is gonna be a video game podcast. Nobody wants to fucking...
I think there's enough video game podcasts, but at the same time...
We gotta talk about...
We play a lot of video games.
Yeah, we do. That's pretty much what my life consists of.
Same.
Video games, comic books.
Except I don't read comic books.
No, I do.
I'm just aware of comic books.
I'm aware of...
Well, music... I feel like a music podcast would be very aggressive between us because we have very different tastes in music.
Justin Bieber, do you like him? Yeah. Do I like him? No. And then 20 minutes of me explaining why he's a piece of shit.
Okay, granted, anymore... Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah. But that's one thing I don't understand, like Extra and Hollywood Access and shit like that.
Do you watch any of those?
No.
Do you get stuck watching them?
No.
Okay.
Like, they'll just be on, like, when he, like, goes take a nap or whatever, and I'll just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't get why people... Because it's not about anything they're doing. Mm-hmm. Right? It's not like, oh, they're making a new movie or whatever.
It's just them existing.
Them existing as people. And that's interesting. Not to me.
Not to you. Not to me either.
You made a couple good movies 10 years ago. Why do I care?
Yeah.
Like, not to be cynical,
but
fair. No. It's like, why do I care?
Celebrity culture is weird.
I'm clearly not the demographic you're appealing to. 16-year-old girls and 40-year-old housewives. That's the demographic.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. B1000, what the fuck is that?
B1000. Oh, well, yeah, I can talk about this. I can talk about my book. Not that I wrote, that I'm reading.
The one that I wrote.
The book that I wrote.
I gave it up on the couch, by the way.
That's fair. That's fair. So, there's this book series called 33 and a Third, and its authors writing about classic...
That sounds pretentious.
Why?
Continue.
No, why does it sound pretentious?
It sounds pretentious.
Okay, it's called 33 and a Third because that's the RPMs that a record plays at.
And that's why.
Is that pretentious?
Yes.
I think that's clever.
No.
I like it.
It's particular.
It's particular, yeah. So B1000 is it's a record by the band Guided by Voices.
Okay.
One of my favorite band. And so this guy...
I feel like that changes every couple of months.
Yeah. They're normally up there, though.
Yeah.
I really dig them. But yeah, so, yeah, it's about the book. I haven't started it yet, but, well, I just got it. Like,
no, that's weird. Like, I thought you were like in the process of reading it or something. That's why I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
No, I just got it yesterday. So.
Oh, well, no.
I mean, I did just finish a book about another book about the band about a month or two ago. That was really good. Not a lot of neat stories. Like, I guess maybe because I don't know, I'm a rural Ohioan, and they're from Dayton, and so like they have a lot of the same rural Ohio experiences that like I really identify with a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the book goes out of its way to describe to people what a drive-through is, like a place where you would buy beer, cigarettes, lottery tickets, ice, stuff like that. We've known those all our lives. It's like, oh yeah, there's like 3 of those in town. That's a common thing.
Yeah.
But like that's not a thing that exists outside this area.
Really?
That's a very Ohio thing.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like we take that for granted. Like, oh yeah, you just drive through, you buy beer and cigarettes and stuff.
We take that for granted.
Well, maybe that's so much that we take for granted. That we can buy beer and cigarettes without getting out of our car.
Yeah, well, I mean that is. Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, I'm not complaining.
That's why we're all fat in Ohio.
Yeah.
Like, don't have fucking good.
But yeah, just stuff like that, like, and how like high school sports can be a huge deal.
Oh yeah.
Like even years after.
Not to me, but other people.
To a town in general, like how years after it's like people remember you as like, you set the all school record for touchdowns.
Hey, it's Billy.
It's like that's why that guy owns that diner because he's the one who set the all school record for touchdowns.
Yeah, shit. Well, I'm gonna say this thing, and you know what I'm gonna be talking about.
Okay.
Don't say the name of it.
Okay.
Because I'm tired of saying the names of other shit. Because I feel like we're putting it on YouTube, and if we're gonna get flagged for copyright or something.
Get flagged for copyright.
That's it. No monetization. Like we're making any money off of this anyway. But
they are monetized, but
no, it made like 2 cents.
I don't even think we made 2 cents.
Yeah. But
anyway.
Shadows of the Colossus.
Shadows of the Colossus.
The walkthrough I was playing, or the walkthrough I was watching.
Yeah.
Played. They finished it.
Okay.
That game's sad as fuck at the end.
Yeah.
Like, aggro fucking dies. Spoilers. Aggro fucking dies.
Okay, that game came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Well, they made the HD remake, so, like, kids today are playing it, but...
Yeah, the kids today are listening to the Duncify podcast.
For the one... We have at least one fan, I think.
That's somewhere.
Uganda.
Shout out to you, fan.
Fan. Hey, thanks, fan. Fuck, personal show.
We'll send you a card.
But the end of that game is so fucked up.
Yeah. Very.
Like, he fucking kills all of these gigantic beasts to bring his fucking girlfriend back to life. His fucking horse dies at the end of the process.
What? Okay, is it just me? Was the horse dying the saddest part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so sad.
It so was.
Like, you see that, you're like, no! Why the fuck did they have to do?
Because there's nothing you can do to save it.
No. Because he weighs like 1,000 pounds. So
probably. You're not going to catch the horse.
God.
Yeah.
I can't fight back up. But then you gotta kill the skirt. Fuck, that was weird.
The what?
The final Colossus?
Oh, the giant one? Yeah, that one was crazy.
The way they described it in the walkthrough, he was telling the other guy about it. And he's like, first you're gonna be impressed, and then you're not gonna be impressed. Because you just see this giant, the magnitude of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's wearing a skirt. It's
well, I think it was more supposed to be armor, but yeah, it came out looking like a skirt.
Yeah.
But so then afterwards, you become this
thing. Dorvin or Dorbin or...
I don't know what it's called.
The demon has a name.
Yeah.
But you become the demon, then you play as him. I don't think you can actually stop them from sealing you in.
No, you can't. You have very limited movement.
Right.
But you're going towards that door.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a way to get to the door and kill them. Because you can get to the door. If they grab the sword, then you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially. I don't know. I'm not.
I think from when I played it, you're just gonna get there. The game is pushing you there. You can try to kind of amble backwards and stuff, but
right. Well, it's like a feeling of hopelessness. So.
Yeah, that you don't have control.
Well, then you get turned back into fucking Wanderer.
Yeah.
And then fucking it's pulling you towards the abyss or whatever, and it allows you to run away, but it just keeps pulling you back.
There's no way to escape it.
And It's like complete hopelessness. And you can turn into a fucking baby with horns. That's weird.
Yeah.
But isn't there a game? It's called Echo. Isn't
Ico.
Ico?
It's made by the same people, but like it doesn't really have the same. It's not the same universe or anything.
I thought it was. I thought that was the prequel.
No,
it was the game was made because that's what they were talking about on the show. They said the game was made before, but this was Shadows of the Colossus was technically the prequel to this game. Because in this game, you get to be Wanderer as a kid when he regrows up, I guess. And that's what the game is based about.
I've never played Ico, but I think the main character has a different name. I think it's a different character.
He might be a different name.
Yeah.
We can look this up later.
I've never played it. It looks cool.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So.
And then I think they're working on a new game. Or they made another game? I'm not sure.
I'm willing to play any fucking game they come out with.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. How you make a whole entire game with like little to no dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And then to have such like emotion.
Yeah.
Like come out of the player.
A lot of emotion conveyed just through...
Oh, yeah.
Not even through dialogue, just like sounds and stuff. Like some of the sounds the Colossi make when they die is very kind of emotional.
Like really fucked up because like when you kill the Colossus and that music plays.
Yeah.
And then when you're getting pulled back into the room and that music starts playing, you're like, oh no!
Because you know
I'm one of them!
You know what's going to happen.
It's sad, man. You're like...
Well, and then like all the Colossi are so massive and everything, and they're kind of like stone and stuff, so you don't really attribute any life-like characteristics to them. Like, they're moving and stuff, but it's like, oh, they're like grass and stone and stuff. But then, like, when you stab them and, like, the blood comes out and stuff, like, oh, this is a living thing that I'm destroying.
And the theory is, too, is, like, they divided... I don't want to call them Dervin, but that's probably not right. But they divided him up into the 16 Colossus to store his power in all of them so that he couldn't be reformed unless all of them were destroyed, and that's, like, impossible.
Yeah.
Well,
oh, wait.
But a fucking 16-year-old kid named Wanderer who fucking runs like a fucking... like a walrus. Like, he was able to do it. But apparently the Colossus aren't evil. They just... The Colossus themselves... Like, it's a theory. But, like, they're not bad. They just hold the evil inside of them.
They're attacking you because they're like, no, wait,
don't kill me.
If you kill us,
this, bad things are gonna happen.
Shit's gonna get fucked.
Man, we're just out here minding our own fucking business, man. And like, none of the animals live there or anything.
And the Wanderer, like his reasoning for it, is pretty selfish.
Yeah, he wants to bring his girlfriend back.
Yeah.
Like, but with him doing that, because at the end the guy's like, I hope one day you can atone if you live through this.
Yeah.
I hope one day you can atone for this, and I think that's why. I believe Ico or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the sequel to it because I think that game, whatever the plot of that game is.
There's something with a princess. I don't know.
Maybe that's what it is. But like all the animals start coming back to the land and shit, and the land gets like purified. And
yeah.
So it actually was a good thing that you did that. But you like sacrificed yourself in the process. Like,
so she like
she comes back to life.
She comes back to okay.
And Agro's there.
The horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't die. He's back.
Okay.
Like, he's limping up the stairs. Like, because, like, when that happened, I'm
like... he's still there.
Like, I almost cried, I'm not gonna lie. I did tear up. Shut up. But, like, he's, like, limping up the stairs.
Let me just say, last night I was listening to the main theme from Final Fantasy VII, and I was tearing up, so...
I was listening to Secret of Mana the other day, and I'm like... But, yeah, this is a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
So good. But, yeah, it's kind of making me really want to, like... I hope another game like that comes out.
Mm-hmm. But
something where it's more, like, choose your own ending kind of thing.
Like, depending on your actions?
Right.
Okay, I could see
like, let's say, for example, my idea for a game.
Yeah.
This could be terrible.
All right. Tyler's game pitch. Here we go.
It's kind of like, let's say, Conan the Barbarian... Skyrim, and then Shadows of the Colossus thrown into one.
Alright.
Dude, it's like a dragon slayer. He's the only dragon slayer.
The Dovahkiin.
No. But like in this universe, dragons are like a parent. Like they're all over the place always.
There's just fact of life.
They live with dragons.
Dragons.
That's a thing that's happening.
Okay.
But they don't, like, they're not like a fucking faction. Like, you know, what was the main bad guy in Skyrim?
Alduin.
Alduin.
Yeah.
They're not like a faction. They're just like animals and shit.
Okay.
But they some of them have the ability to speak and shit, but whatever. But like, it's like an Icelandic kind of village and shit, and like he is the Dragon Slayer, and like it's like this big fucking badass dude, and that's you. But like
That's me?
is like, no, not you in particular, like the main character.
The player character,
yeah.
okay.
But he settles down and has a family and kids.
Okay.
And so that it shows like you're taking place like the game starts. You're doing like menial chores and shit, like herding the sheep and shit like that.
Chasing chickens.
Like it's like a tutorial, but it's not. Like there's no like, oh, go here and do this. So it's just like the players are like, honey, could you like ground up the sheep or something?
Okay.
And so there's a little bit of dialogue at the beginning. So then this fucking dragon comes out of nowhere, like, and just fucking destroys this whole village and kills you. Well, you know, plays it off like it killed you. But then you just like, you wake up and you find your fucking wife and kids have been murdered. And so you go on this quest, and the dragon's called Ragnarok. You go on this quest.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what the game's going to be like, but it's going to be set up similar to like Shadows of the Colossus, where there's not a bunch of grinding. There's not like little enemies that you got to kill. It's like, let's say like Monster Hunter. But it's not like you climb up on them and you stab in the back. Okay. You got to like use the environment to damage the monsters, because you can't do anything.
So it's realistic in the sense like they're too powerful for you, so you have to
use the environment itself to hurt them, or make traps and set up different things like that. And then, like, once you get them on the ground, you can like stab them in the jugular or something with a sword. But like at the end, I wanted to have like where you eventually get to the end and shit. You trap the dragon that killed your family, but he's like, he can talk. So he's like, dude, wait, you don't even understand. Because, like, there's this dude, like, in the beginning that finds you and, like, nurses you back to health. And that was, like, your wife's brother or whatever. And he's like, you don't get it, man. That guy wants you to kill me so that he can get my power and start Ragnarok. Because it's, like, very, like, Viking kind of stuff. Okay. So then he comes in to where you have the dragon. So you have, like, 3 options. You have, like, a heroic ending, you have a cowardly ending, and a noble ending. Heroic ending, you take the trap off of him, and then you fight him. It's a fucking big-ass dragon.
Like, mano a mano?
Yeah, like, one-on-one. Like, yeah. I'm not gonna fucking, be a bitch about this. Let's do it.
Okay.
And then, cowardly ending is you just stab him in the fucking head.
While he's trapped.
While he's trapped.
All right.
And then the noble ending is you let him go because you're like, you didn't do this. Like, this guy did this to me. You weren't responsible for this. I found out that this guy killed his sister and my kids to fucking do this. So, based on those outcomes, you have 3 different endings. The heroic ending, once you kill the dragon, because the only way to, like, the dude's under the other guy is under the impression that, like, if you kill the dragon, then you can absorb his essence with this, like, orb or whatever. Okay. But that's not what happens. Kill a dragon heroically. You absorb his essence. You become like a god or whatever.
Alright.
But a human cannot sustain that. So, like, once the guy comes into the room, you kill the dragon, you get all his power, sends his little henchman after you to kill you, you fucking just decimate him. So it's kind of like Shadows of the Colossus at the ending, like that. But then you kill him, but then you explode.
Because you can't contain
your power. You can't contain your power.
Okay.
So then you eventually, you just die.
Alright.
But, like, the cowardly ending, you kill the dragon, but you did it in a cowardly way, so you don't get the essence. He's laughing, he sends his henchman to kill you, you get stabbed in the back, you die. And then the ending is, like, you with your wife in, like, paradise or whatever, because you went to heaven.
Yeah.
But then, like, the noble ending is, like, you ride the dragon back to the village, there's, like, a big, long cutscene sequence, and then you see the ghost of your wife and child, you finally move past it.
Alright.
Like, I was like, because it's like a 20-year kind of thing where he's like obsessing about killing this dragon. And he finally finds out this dragon isn't responsible, and like he befriends the dragon, he puts it all past him, shit like that. That's what I wish Shadow of the Colossus would have done. Like, had like a fucking
branching path.
Yeah, like, because like you did fuck up essentially the entire game.
you did a very bad thing.
Right.
For a noble reason.
But you didn't realize you were doing a bad thing, though.
Yeah.
You didn't realize you were going to be turned into a fucking demigod. Satan.
Yeah.
Essentially. And be forced to kill people to survive.
Well, maybe that's like, it makes you question, I don't know, maybe I'm trying to like get some sort of meaning out of it that's not there, but it makes you question your motives.
Well, I think
like in games.
I think that is the whole point. I think, because there's no dialogue, so I think they want you to think. Which most games don't want you to do that. They're like, go here, hit A to attack, go here. It doesn't give you a tutorial or anything. You're just in the world.
You just gotta jump in.
You gotta figure out environmental puzzles. That's the whole point of the game. And it takes a long ass time to beat, too. Like, it takes as long, like, to beat that game as, like, oh, you gotta go through all these fucking platforming stages and shit and kill all these little minions like God of War or whatever. And you have big bosses on top of it.
You can't prestige in Shadow of the Colossus.
No, you can't prestige.
Okay. that might be. I don't know.
See, you can either become max level and then be Dervin, or you prestige and start all over again.
All right.
But this time you only get the bow. You don't even get a fucking sword.
No sword, bow.
Prestige third time, you get your fists.
I would love to see a Shadow of the Colossus bow only run. I
wonder
if that's possible.
I mean, you can do chip damage to them.
That would take forever. Mm-hmm. I wonder if you could, though.
We should look that up.
I'll have to check that out.
Oh, man.
Bow only Shadow of the Colossus.
Fist only Shadow of the Colossus.
Can you do fist damage?
I don't think
you can.
If somebody found a way.
Just punching that mark on the back just over and over.
Oh, my God.
That would be pretty good.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Well, it's about time.
It's
about that time.
Didn't fucking talk about shit.
We did. We talked about Tyler's game.
We talked about my game.
Do you have a name for your game?
Yeah.
What's it called?
You're gonna laugh, so fuck you.
Okay.
I don't know. Something to do with like because the dragon itself
is called Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Okay. Secret of Ragnarok.
Secret of Mana.
No.
Oh, that's already taken.
That's already a game. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Fuck.
Is there like a mana seed? Like, what if I put a mana seed in there? Would that be like it?
You could put fennel seed.
No. What about royal jelly?
No.
That's already a thing?
It's already a thing.
Damn. Well, that's unfortunate.
That is. And on that sad note, we'll leave you.
I'm going to go eat some royal jelly.
So, for the usual, you can email us, duncify@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter @duncify. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/duncify, or on Tumblr, duncify.tumblr.com. I just realized I haven't checked the Tumblr since I made it.
We got like people like, oh, it's not where the video is. What the fuck? They're like, oh my God, I didn't realize there was actually people listening to this. I am so sorry.
And then hopefully I can figure out how to get this on iTunes.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Because I think that we would at least get 2 people.
If we could get up to 2, man, we could have a party.
If we had 2 people, that'd be 10 cents an episode.
You could go to the 5 and dime with that kind of money.
We could go to fucking Golden Crown with that kind of money.
Damn.
Alrighty.
Alright. See you guys next week.
Dunciversary.